Hello and welcome to another beautiful episode of the Moving Abroad series. My name is Bernard and I'm coming to you from Benfriman Travels Consult. I want to say a big thank you to those of you subscribing to the channel. I want to celebrate you. I want to say God bless you. You're helping us, bring out more content daily on the YouTube channel, and also helping others, learn one or two things regarding their applications. Okay, so I want to say this channel is not only about DV lottery. We're going to explore a lot about moving abroad, with schools, with scholarships, with a lot of stuff. Okay, so I want to, if today happens to be the first time watching this video, please subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. You'll be updated each time we put content on YouTube. All right, so I want to once again say thank you, and to also those who will be subscribing today. All right, so I want to celebrate all of you, and the channel is growing. I really appreciate it. All right, so without wasting much time, let's get into the video for today. So the reason why we are making a lot of videos about diversity visa lottery is that because we are fast approaching May. The results is probably going to be released May 5th, and a lot of you guys are going to be winning, so we are preparing to winning. All right, so that is why we are making a lot of videos about diversity visa lottery, and we're going to upload different kinds of video in the days ahead. Okay, so today you might well want to pay attention because this is very important. We are discussing the basic commonly asked question in the DV visa interview process. Okay, so this will be very important to those of you who win. Okay, and you might well want to pay attention to it because I know all of you are winners. All right, so we are going to learn three things basically. We are going to learn the type of questions that comes, how to understand it, and how to answer them. Okay, so let's get into the video without wasting much time. All right, so let's look at the first question that typically runs through the visa interview process. Now I'm looking now because I'm reading from my PC. I made a list of the questions that I mostly experience my clients go through. So these are questions that are real. Okay, so I did a summary of it to give it to you guys. All right. Okay, sorry about that. So the first question that mostly runs through is, where did you study? Or it goes like, where did you have your education? Okay. The second question goes like, what do you do? Okay, what do you do? Or what is your position? Okay, so these are same questions but in two forms. All right, and let's move to the third question. Where will you live in the USA? Okay, so it's asking where will you be living in the USA, and also you might be asked, who will you be living with, or who are you staying with in the USA? Okay, so it goes on to, what is your relationship with the people you will live with? Okay, so I'm going to explain. This is the first phase, so let's take the questions like that. So it's going to go like, what is your relationship with the people you will live with? All right, and this goes to the married couple. Those of you who are married and will be having the interview, how long have you been married? This is, I can guarantee you this, you will get this question if you are married. So how long have you been married? How many children do you have? And these are the two main questions for married couples. But questions like, what is your husband's favorite food, husband's favorite color, where did you have your honeymoon, and all those things are very clear and it might be asked. But these two are very common and asked almost in all. Okay, so now let's move to understanding the questions. All right, now when they go like, where did you study, or where did you have your education, they are basically um, asking you of your current education. Okay, the reason why I'm explaining these questions is because most of those who don't go through the coaching and other stuffs go about this question by referring the visa officer to their primary school, to their high school, to their elementary. You see, they don't want that. Okay, when they go like, where did you study or had your education, they mean your current education. Okay, so you might want to tell them, if you're a high school graduate, I had my education at ABC High School, located in let's say um, Cotonou, Benin. Okay, or Kenya, this that. All right, or anywhere that you had, or the location that you had your high school education, you just mentioned it. All right, if you had your university degree, you go like, I had my university degree at University of Ghana, Legon Accra. Okay, you just go like that. So wherever, so if you had your masters in anywhere, okay, if you had it abroad, just mention where you had your education. Simple, just keep it short. So I'm going to go about it in how to answer it in the next stage, but I'm explaining the questions. Okay, so when they ask you where did you study or where you had your education, they basically want the current information, right? Sorry. So the second question we talked about was, what do you do, or what's your position? So basically the action of if you are working. Remember, if you are filling the DS-260, you're going to include all this information before getting to the visa interview stage. Okay, so before you get there, if you stated that you are employed or you are working, this question is most likely that they will ask you. Okay, so they are not going to ask somebody who stated that he or she is not working. Okay, so if you stated that you are working, then they are going to ask you maybe what's your position, or what do you do. Okay, so if you're a manager, you go like, I'm going to answer that in the next section. Now I'm just explaining the questions. So the third question we talked about was, where will you live in the US? Okay, so they are talking about the location, the address where you'll be living in the US, right? So let's move to the next question. Who will you live in the US with? They are talking about the person you'll be living in the United States with. Okay, so these are basic questions that you can understand and go about it. Now, what is your relationship with the people you'll be living with, or with the person you'll be living with, right? So if the person is your uncle, your dad, relationship doesn't mean marital or anything. Okay, it basically means what is the connection between you two, what do you two have in common that makes you, or that makes him or her, the person, the receiving end, wants to receive you at their end. Okay, so it has to do with if the person is your friend, it's acceptable. If it's your dad, your mom, your friend, I said that earlier on, your sibling, you just have to stay that. And let's get to the married couple. How long have you been married? Okay, so don't go and state the year, the date. No. How long have you been married? Just go straight to the point. We are going to cover that very later on. So how many children do you have? Now, when they ask you how many children do you have, please include your adopted children. Okay, mostly when this question is asked, they might think they are asking them about their biological children. Okay, if you have your biological children, you included only them when filling the DS-260 form, fine, you can mention only your biological children. But if you had children that you have adopted, and they ask you how many children you have. If your biological children are two and you have adopted three, just say five, okay? Because they are all your children now. All right, so now let's go about how to answer these questions. Now, where do you have your education? Okay, so this is the question. Okay, so you go about it like you smile, keep smiling because this is very important. Keep eye contact very, very seriously, and go about it like I had my education in A, B, and C high school at. Then you add the location. Okay, so a typical example is I had my education at Bremen or University of Ghana, Accra, Legon. Okay, so you just go about it like that. Okay, let me go over it again. All right, so where did you have or had your education, or where did you study? So I'll go like I studied at University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. Okay, or you might well want to add your qualification. Where did you study? Where did you have your education? Okay, so I studied BSc Computer Science at Legon, Accra, Ghana. All right, so simple and short. You've answered that question. Now, what do you do, or what's your position? So you go like, currently I'm having a managerial position at let's say Google USA, or Google Kenya, or I don't know whether Google is in Kenya, but I'm just using Google because it's the most common, company. You actually understand what I mean. But if you work in any banking or trading or cleaning agency, whatever company that you are working in, just mention the company and your position. Okay, so you go like I'm a cleaner at J Barnes Cleaning Group. Okay, so you just mention it like that. Or what do you do? So you've indicated that you are a cleaner and you are at J Barnes Cleaning Group. That is the company. All right, very short and precise. Where will you live in the United States? This is very tricky because most of you will be given the address and you might want to study the address, okay? Because they want the address. Now, this is where you will be studying. Your permanent residency card will be posted to, and filling the DS-260, you will include this address in or on the forms. So if you put I'll be staying at KY-260 NYC United States, and you put that on document and you get there and they ask you where you'll be staying and you mention somewhere in California, it is going to be a problem. Okay, so know the address you'll be staying. All right, so memorize it before you get there and just mention it. This is not difficult thing. Just mention I'm staying at blah 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 Pennsylvania, this that. Okay, so who will you be living with? Now this is very precise. Just go, I'll be living with my uncle, I'll be living with my friend, I'll be living with my dad. Okay, just go straight to the point. No, beating around the bush. Don't do that. I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. Okay, the reasons why you should go straight to the point when answering these questions. Okay, so it goes on to say I've answered who will you live with in the United States. You just go to straight to the point. I'm living with my dad, my uncle, my friend, and all that. Now, the follow-up question is going to be, what is your relationship with that person? Okay, so I stated that earlier on that relationship doesn't really mean if you are dating the person or having relationship, that kind of relationship with the person. It means connection. So how are you connected to the person? You go like, so let's answer it. What is your relationship with the people you're going to stay with, or with the person you're going to stay with? Okay, so the person that I'm going to stay with is my uncle. Okay, it's my uncle. So if you studied it, that who will you live with in the United States, and what is your relationship with the person you'll be living with, you might use the first question to actually for the second question. Okay, so the first question will go like, who will you live with in the United States? So you go like, I'll be living with my uncle in Pennsylvania, blah blah blah, or I'll be living with my uncle in the United States. Now, when you say this, likely would you skip the next question? Okay, because with that you've indicated that the person you are going to stay with is your uncle. But if you answered the previous question, who will you live with in the United States, as I'll be living with ABC, or you mentioned the name, okay, the next question will ask you the relationship you have with. Do you understand? Okay, so you might well want to the next question with this previous question, which goes like, who will you be living with in the United States? So I'll be living with my dad, and he's called blah 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 in the United States. Okay, or I'll be living with my uncle Benfriman in the United States. When you answer it that way, you might well would skip the next question, right? So now with the married couples, they go like, how long have you been married? Please don't quote date, time, and moments, seconds you've been married. Just go like, we've been married for 4 years, we've been married for 10 years, we've been married for this, we've been married for 6 months, we've been married for a month. Okay, so just go straight to the point. And how many children do you have? I have 5 children. Okay, don't worry yourself explaining 3 are adopted, 2 are my biological, because you will state that in your DS 260, which the visa officer of course know about the children you have and the kind of relationship or how you had them and all that, but they just want you to confirm. Okay, so these are the basic questions you would be asked. Now with a married couple, you can well be asked about your favorite food, colors, where you had a honeymoon and all that. But basically, this interview is very fast. It's one of the fastest interviews, so you don't need to panic. At most, I don't want to say expect that some interviews might delay. The reason I said that was because you'll be saying a lot of unnecessary things. Okay, and I said that I'll be getting to that. Okay, so now let me handle that before I even move on. A lot of questions that comes with the visa interview then would actually request you to speak. Okay, now you might control your speaking, or you might want to let it loose. If you let it loose, then you'll be saying a lot of unnecessary things, which might invite a lot of follow-up questions. Okay, so a typical example is where did you have your education? And you go like, I completed Benfriman or A, B, and C GHS in this that, and I moved on to Prempeh High School, blah blah blah. You see, you are prolonging it, and then the follow-up question will be, when did you completed ABC GHS? When did you completed ABC High School? And when did you also completed ABC. So it's actually going to make the interview very lengthy, and you might commit yourself because you might not remember all the dates and you might make a mistake with that. So that is why I'm saying keep the answers straight to the point and very precise. Okay, smile, look at the visa officer's face, eye to eye. Don't be turning your eyes because the culture is different. They might notice you are lying or something like that. This is very true, and I'm telling you, be careful. Look straight into their eyes. Okay, there they will see that you are very truthful and all that. I'm not saying they are going to take it as if you don't look through their eyes you are lying, but I'm just advising you because of the experience I have with my client. All right, so just look in their eyes, smile, answer the questions with ease. Basically, if whatever you are saying is true, you will not find yourself wanting, unless you want to do some one or two tricks and you might forget A, B, and C, all that. So keep the questions straight to the point, precise, and these are the questions that runs through. Okay, so you might get a question a little bit different from what I'm telling you, but it's actually the same thing. All right, it's actually the same thing. So don't panic. The interview doesn't take long. At most 5 minutes you are done. Okay, arrange your documents well, go with the right documents. I've done a lot of videos about documents you need to go with. Check my videos and get that, and let's be calm. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. This video is actually going to be very, very beneficial after the results is out. So if the results is out and you won the lottery, please let me know. Okay, go back to the video and revisit and learn. Okay, learn how to go about this. All right, so I'm doing something that I want you to take part in. Okay, let me know the country you are watching me from and comment your name. Okay, and just indicate that I took part in DV 2021. So your name, the country you are watching me from, and indicate that you took part in the DV lottery. If you did not take part, to indicate that you didn't take part. Okay, just indicate that in the comment section and I'll gladly appreciate. Okay, so enjoy yourself, stay safe. I wish you all the best. Very soon the result is going to be out. I'm very excited for you because I know you were a winner. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because it's your subscription that motivates us to keep going. Okay, if we produce content and you guys are not watching and not appreciating, it tells us if we are not doing the right thing. Either we are not doing the right thing or you're not appreciative of whatever we are giving to you. Okay, but in this case I know this information is very vital to some of you, so just subscribe to the channel if you have not. Share the video. Okay, share the video, put it on your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever platform you find yourself, so that you help a friend. Okay, tell your friend, give your friend a link to come on YouTube to come and watch. Stick and stay with this channel because we're going to educate you more till the results are out. And Benfriman Travels Consult is ever ready to help those who want our services. Okay, book with us and we will sort you out. You might want to join our Instagram group where we post a lot of our videos and advice and all those kind of things. All right, so stick and stay with this channel and we appreciate you watching this video. All right, so catch you in our next episode.